Hey everybody, it's Travis with the Magic Cave, and me and Sharla are going to be playing some quick best of three games. Uh, Charlie's gotten into a little deck that she's made, and she's wanting to test it out against me. Um, I'm going to be using the red, white, and green Terror of the Peaks deck that I shared with you guys a little bit before. I'm not really going to go over the deck that much. I'll show it to you here real quick. Just so you guys can see what was in it. I've already went over it once in like another video. Um, if you'd like to see that though, just check out our A Terror of the Peaks deck that we've got. We'll link it at the end of the video, um, just in case. Here's all the lands, all this other stuff. So we're gonna go and challenge her real quick in a game. Uh, we do have a sideboard that's got like a little bit of utility stuff in it. That is something that we've changed because normally we played best of one. Um, but I'm going to put Tormod's Crypt. That's basically just in case that she's got any kind of like graveyard shenanigans going on. We can get rid of that. Hushbringer. This stops creatures entering the battlefield effects or dying effects. Fling, which that's not really utility, but it's just a good way to get some quick damage in. Uh, Especially if you've got Terror out already, and then you Embercleave, and it's just not enough to kill something, then you can just fling that creature, and you might be able to get it then. Unleash Fury kind of does the same thing. It just doubles the power of target creature. You can end games pretty quick with this card, especially since a lot of people don't expect it. It's one of the few cards that like doubles power like that easily, and that for like that low of mana. And plus, it's an instant, so really you can just pop that on anything. Return to Nature, which is always just a great sideboard card to have. It gets rid of artifacts or enchantments, or it can even exile a card from a graveyard. Um, these are always just great to have on your sideboard. Unbreakable Formation. This one's great as a little bit of creature protection. And plus, where we're going to be dealing with so many like creature tokens that might be made with Krenko here, it's good to have some kind of protection for them. And I mean, really, if you've got an army of these little 1/1s and you play this during your main phase and they all become 2/2s, and suddenly that damage is looking pretty good. I've got some Rhythm of the Wild in here too. That's just in case somebody plays some kind of counter deck, and we're mostly creatures, so we really can't afford for our creatures to get countered. In addition to that, our non-token creatures get Riot, which is always a nice little plus with Terror of the Peaks out. There's a Yugen in here just because why not? You can play Yugen in literally any deck that has mana in it, and he'll fit in. Primal Might, these are also good for like spot removal. And if you have like a big creature out or something that you really just can't deal with, Primal Might will get rid of it. I've honestly thought about switching this to like ram throughs just because of the terminology on it. Like these let you fight, whereas um, ram throughs they don't fight. They actually deal damage equal to the power to target creatures. So I'm thinking about just switching those in and out. Um, then Heliod's Intervention. This gets rid of artifacts and enchantments too, but it also lets you gain quite a bit of life. You shouldn't need any kind of life gain in this deck, really, with as many Cub Wardens as you've got, but you never know. I mean, you might just need it just to get rid of a ton of artifacts and enchantments. So, but basically, that's the deck. You guys seen it before, and we'll go challenge Charlie to a quick game real quick. All right, we'll just challenge her real quick. I think she's online. Yeah, she's online. All right, here we go. We're going to do the Terror. We got a lot of different decks that we're working on. Um, these are kind of like our favorites right now. We've been trying to play a lot of ranked, and I don't know. It's good to just be out of ranked for a little bit, you know? Because I mean, ranked it drains you so much. My audio might be a little loud, so we'll drop that. Oh boy. Well, we got the land situation covered. This is risky. I mean, it's way too many lands. Mulligan. Okay, that's better. Now, what to get rid of is the problem. Let's go ahead and get rid of our Sterix. Cost is just so high. Hopefully we'll draw into a smaller creature. Start getting a little life gain already. Because really we don't have a lot to play right now. We're just kind of hoping we draw into stuff. Which is really bad against Charlie's deck because her deck gets off the ground and running pretty quick. From what I've seen. I'm not too overtly familiar with it. All I know is that it's elementals, excuse me. Okay, we're not really getting lucky with any of our drops here. And she's going to start ramping up here. Luckily though, oh, hooray! She drops a Yarick on us. Shoot. Oh. Well, best that we can kind of do. Let's go ahead and get our cub warden out. We'll try to mutate on top of it because we don't have the 2 white to be able to mutate it onto other things. So, alright, she's already getting the double proc with Yarick with her Cloud Concealers, getting to draw some cards already. Oh, and she got rid of our... Yeah, we'll get a land. Let's grab us another white, just in case we get like another cub warden, then we can mutate it on top of something. Wow, we're not really doing great, but we'll drop a druid, and we'll start mutating on top of it. It does have hexproof, so I mean that gives us that. Get another red, just in case we get a terror drop down. We can play it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 mana, so we're doing okay, but she's really ramping up here. Oh. This is a mean little deck, I gotta tell you. I mean, look, she's only got 4 lands out, and she's doing all this kind of business with it. We're going to be taking that. Alright, so we got another little land, but it really doesn't help. Oh. I'm just going to have to play it to get a creature out. I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything. Our Great Horn gets Vigilance from our Endray's Forerunners, and we did a little bit of damage, which is always nice. The real problem is that we're not getting anything good in our hands, and whew, and it looks like she's getting everything she needs. Let's see, those of you that aren't really familiar with like an elemental deck, this is, I'm assuming this is like green, blue, and black. I'm not seeing any red, which honestly she doesn't really need it. With Thassa out now, she can start bouncing her Risen Reefs or her Cloud Concealers, and she can start... Oh, nice. I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to. It'll tap our creature, but we have to do what we have to do. I had to think about. Thank you. I had to think for a second what color Yarick was. And see, and that's a great little combo too, because like Thassa, she drops one out, the Cloud Conceer comes in, gets a proc off Risen Reef, and then gets a proc off Cloud Conceer itself, and all those effects double up just because Yarrick's on the battlefield. So for this kind of situation, you'd like to have a little more like spot removal. And we just played that, see what we can do. We're going to go for it. I'll go ahead and drop it. Oh, wow. Maybe I just like wasn't paying attention. I didn't think Embercleave could do that. I totally forgot you got double strike with Embercleave. Alright, so game 2, we had a lot of these enter the battlefield effects. So we're going to stick in some Hushbringers here. The problem is that kind of gives us a detriment, you know, because I mean, our Boreal Grazer, it stops that. I mean, it doesn't stop any of our mutate effects, which is great, but the big one is it gets rid of Terror of the Peaks ability, you know, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you know, so you don't necessarily want to do that. So while that would stop them, it really wouldn't help us either. We're definitely going to put some Primal Mites in here. And she doesn't really have a whole lot of graveyard play, so we don't really need to worry about that. She's not playing the red elemental that thrives on those being in the graveyard. She doesn't have a whole lot of artifacts out. Maybe we'll drop these rhythms in. I didn't see a whole lot of countering in the deck, but still, our creatures getting haste or maybe like a +1/+1 counter might be a little bit of an edge that we need. I'm not gonna lie, that hand that we started out with, it wasn't that great. Honestly, I probably should have mulliganed it, but we ended up having a lot of lands, so we can kind of work around it a little bit. The censure was definitely that Embercleave in her hand. I haven't played with Embercleave a lot lately, so not super familiar. Oh, this is some nice stuff in this hand, but we really just there's no mana there for it. All right, we'll keep this, and we'll drop our Sterix again, just because the cost is so high. Temple of Mystery. Always like the art on that card. Nice, we drew white mana, so we'll go ahead and let this enter tapped because we're not going to be able to play anything anyway. So now we got like a really good base for this this hand here. We'll go ahead and play our green, and we'll go ahead and get our Druid out. This is usually like one of the big things that you want to mutate on top of. Ideally, though, I mean, you'd like to mutate on top of Krenko, and that way you can get a ton of these little tokens out, and hopefully you already have a Terror out, or vice versa. Usually you'll end up having a Krenko out, and then at some point you'll play the Terror. We could mutate that on top of there, but we're not going to. We're just going to have to wait. We don't want a chance tapping that Druid. Nice, she's getting her Thassa out that quick. Since she's already got her combo going. That's the great thing about like these kind of decks is like she's getting her combo going with all of these cards. Like I mean they don't really take a whole lot of pieces to get your stuff going. I think, yeah, I think we'll take the 2 here, just so we can get that other white out. That way we can mutate on top of that Cub Warden. Or mutate on top of the Paradise Druid, excuse me. Alright, so now we got a little bit of creatures, got a little bit of blockers, that kind of thing. And we still got a little bit of utility in our hands in case something comes out and gets a little crazy. And of course, we'll get the proc off of lifelink, but we're not going to play that unless we absolutely have to. I'm sure some of you were like sighing whenever I dropped the Sterix. Like technically it has the same cost as a Terror of the Peaks, which is true, but still at the same time, you don't want to get hung up on keeping like those great cards, when you can't play them early on, because I mean there's 4 Sterixes in here. You'll get another one. She's got all of her mana open. We're not really hurting for life, so I'm not going to attack or anything yet. See, the real bread and butter of the combo is going to be happening next for like what we have. If she gets a Yarick out, then we're going to be really hurting. I mean, really, you're almost tempted to drop this down. No. Oh, she assassin trophied it. Oh, that's okay. We got more Terror of the Peaks in the deck. Let's grab another red, I guess. Dang. Alright, so now it seems like we're just getting a lot of lands. And we're not going to wait. We're just going to start mutating on top here. Even though we don't have Terror out, I mean, Sterix is still a really great card for getting permanents out on the battlefield. And really, sometimes you can luck out. You can get some really good stuff in this deck. Alright, cool. We got a Krinko out. Now, really attacking would still do really no good. We could attack with our Sterix, but again, I don't want a chance leaving it vulnerable for some kind of removal. If we'd have attacked with that Sterix before, it would have been gone to that Assassin's Trophy. So we'll just end. She's got a ton of mana. I'm wondering what she's got up her sleeve. Got another Grazer. She's tapping individually for something. Oh boy, Garrick. It's not good. I see, now she put us on a timer, so we're gonna have to take care of Garrick there. And see, the problem is a lot of our stuff really can't like swing without doing some damage. And they can block all day with these creatures. Let's get her Garen Brig out. We'll just go ahead and swing with Krinko. I know she's going to block this, but getting some more tokens out, and Krinko's getting bigger and bigger. And we're really not getting anything in our draws. I mean, we just keep getting lands. And I'm sure you've all experienced it. You've been in the game, and it's either one way or the other. You either you keep drawing lands, or you get no lands. She's getting some beasts out. That was smart. See, now I'm gonna I can still attack with Krinko, but I have to worry about any kind of stuff that she's got in her hand. Okay, well, we finally got a little something here. We'll go ahead and mutate again. It's not like we really need lands, but hopefully we'll get lucky with... Oh, nice! She tapped our... I almost made that a 3/4 on top of that Sterix. We'll grab our last red mana. And got another Sterix out. And another Great Horn. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. No, we'll just keep that back. I'm just gaining a little bit of life. That's good. It's not like she needs mana. Oh, nice. See, the tricky thing about Uro there, if she were to have Yarick out, that ability would proc twice. So she'd end up gaining 6 life just from that little interaction and getting to draw some cards and that kind of thing. And then if Uro was actually out on the battlefield, then, I mean, that'd be even worse. Alright, another Grazer. She's just got like a ton of defenses going on, and we have nothing with reach. Alright, and then the Thassa's gonna bounce something back. Get a proc off the Risen Reef. Now she's searching. She's searching through her deck for something. We're gonna mutate again. What we're really looking for is some kind of something, like maybe pop open an Embercleave or get another Terror onto the battlefield. And we got it. We'll pop it on that Sterix. And, oh wait, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make it 10. Put it on this guy. Did I count wrong? 10, 1. I did count wrong. Ugh. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's a fabled passage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's probably getting pissed at me. Taking all day on my turn. There we go. Now, if we'd have had, like, this is one of those times that, like, let's just attack with everything. That's one of those times that a ram throw would have been a lot more helpful. Charlie's been playing on her ranked. She's been playing a green deck that it's amazing. Like, we should really do a video on that green deck that she's using. She's hopped up from, I think she's in Diamond now. I think she's hopped up on Diamond like tier 3. Like she is clearing everything up with that green deck. So like that second game, it worked a lot better for us. We got some of our drops out a lot quicker. It seemed like Charlie didn't get a lot of her good stuff um, out to get her combo going. She got it going a lot quicker than we did, but she just wasn't having any luck, I guess. But it was a good game, and I hope you guys liked watching us play. Uh, we'll probably show some more decks here pretty soon. If you're interested in some of the stuff that we're coming up with, just follow us here on YouTube. Just hit the notification bell. See whenever we come out with a video. We've got a lot of decks and a lot of stuff in the works, so hopefully you're interested in that kind of stuff and you'll be able to keep up with us. So if you'd like to follow us on Instagram, feel free. We'll show you a little thing after the video to check that out and follow us on there. So, uh, but yeah, that was our quick little video. If you guys like what you saw, just give us a like, that kind of thing. Again, we'll get Twitch up and running at some point. We're just trying to make all of our sound equipment a little bit better. We've heard what a lot of you said, and we're trying to improve what we can. You know, with the pandemic going on, we're trying to go with what we can. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate it.